Okay, problems with the use of verbs. We said that there are 5 verbs. Well, that we said that we have to make a distinction between conjugations and tenses, right? So tenses are like we say we speak about the whole structure, no, subject verb complement, and we talk in present, past, future. Yes, we said that there are forms and voices. Yes. So, for example, the present simple, present continuous, 2 different forms of the present. We have present perfect. We have the perfect tenses, perfect. So we have 2 forms: present simple and present, well, simple and continuous. Present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous, future simple, future continuous. We have, well, let me write it. Yes, let me write so you will have it. Yes, so, okay, speaking about tenses, yes, tenses. So it refers, or they refer to complete structures related to the present, past, and future. Present, past, and future. And future, yes. So we have 2 forms. We have 2 forms. 2 forms, simple and continuous. Simple and continuous. So then, and we have the common, let's say, common tenses and perfect tenses. I call them common because there is not a name for them. Common tenses and perfect tenses. So if we have two different forms of present, 2 different forms of future, and past, so we have six tenses. But if we have regular or common and perfect, so we have 12. But if we have 2 voices, we have 2 voices, so active and passive. Active and passive. So in total, we have 24 tenses, yes? Plus, and we have the special idiomatic form. So, and if we add the idiomatic form, so going to. So in total, we have like 25 tenses. So in total, we have 25 tenses. So present simple. Yes, I work in Mexico. Present continuous. Present continuous. I am working in Mexico. I'm working in Mexico. Okay, so then we have
recording in progress.
Continuous. Yeah. So we have past simple. I worked in Mexico. Past continuous. I was working in Mexico. So we have future simple. I will work in Mexico. Future continuous. I will be working in Mexico. So these are the common tenses. So then we have the perfect tenses, present perfect simple. I have worked in Mexico. So we have the present perfect continuous. I have been working in Mexico. We have the past perfect simple. I had worked in Mexico. The past perfect continuous. I had been working in Mexico. Future perfect simple. I would have worked in Mexico. The future perfect continuous. I will have been working in Mexico. Yes. And then we said that we have the voices, yes, passive voice and active voice. So these are active voice common tenses, active voice, perfect tenses, yes. Okay. Then we have the passive voice. Passive voice common tenses, present simple. The pizza is eaten. Continuous. The pizza is being eaten. To transform a simple to a continuous form in passive voice, the only thing you have to do is add being after the verb to be. So that's the only thing we have to do. Okay, so the pizza is eaten. So the pizza was eaten. Okay. The pizza has been eaten. The fact that we have a tense, it doesn't mean that people use it. Like, for example, past perfect continuous, no? Even in Spanish, no? La pizza ha estado siendo comida. Okay, so it's strange to you. It's rare to use this kind of thing. But okay, the pizza. So you can say, no, even in Spanish, la pizza habrá estado siendo comida. Yeah, but by 6 o'clock. Yes, okay, but it's not common to use it. Okay, anyway, so, and then we have here we have 24 tenses. Okay, so no, 6, yes, 2, 4, 6, 12, and 12, 24. So plus 3, and then it's 27, 28, 28 tenses. 28 tenses. Okay. We have 28 tenses because we have 3 idiomatic tenses. So for example, we say present, idiomatic present. Idiomatic present. Why it is called idiomatic? Idiomatic refers to something that we like for example, idioms, no? Idioms are expressions that we can well, we cannot take the literal meaning, no? Like you are barking up the wrong tree. You're not a dog, you don't bark. Yes, you're not really barking at a tree. So, but the thing is that you chose the wrong person, no? So those are idioms, expressions that we cannot take literally, but they give us a metaphorical meaning. Yes. So the idiomatic present is the boys are going to take a class. Okay. The boys are going to take a class. So idiomatic past. So we say the boys were going to take a class. We're going to take a class. And then idiomatic future. The boys will be going to take a class. But in fact, this is not used because this has a future meaning, no? Okay, and then but we have them in active voice and passive voice. Active voice, active idiom, active voice, and we have the passive idiomatic tenses. So it, of course, like stupid me. How can I avoid, how can I do, no, there's no way to come back, right? This one in to edit this to eliminate, no. Okay, well, I will have to rewrite them. Shit, it's because instead of clicking on copy, I clicked on paste. Okay, so active idiomatic tenses, yes. So present, idiomatic present. So idiomatic present. The boys are going to take a class. Okay. Idiomatic past. Going to take a class. Okay, so remember that it is not recommendable to teach these to students because there are tenses that are not used. Yes, so, and this is only for your information, right? Take it like that. Okay. So Mhm. Be taken by the students and the parents. Mhm. Taken by the students. Okay, so these are all the tenses. In total, they are 32 tenses and 32 tenses. Mhm. 28, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. Okay, so 30, 31, 31 tenses. Okay. We can also do the same with modals, but I'm not going to do it because it will take a long time. Okay, let's say 31 tenses. Yes. Okay. So basically, this is just to understand the difference between tenses and conjugation. So when you tell students that there are tenses, so present, past, and future, complete structures, complete sentence referring to present, to past, or to future, in simple form, continuous, active, or passive. That's it. Yes. But when we talk about conjugations, it's just the auxiliary and the action, the verb phrase. Yes. So conjugations refer to the form of the action, yes, to the form of the action. And there are 5 conjugations that we say: simple or simple, yes, the S form or third person, the person, we have the past simple or the past form, the present participle, and the past participle. Yes. Simple, we said work, study, yes, learn, and show, for example. No? Okay. In S form, works, studies, learns, and shows. And past simple, worked, studied, learned, or learned. What is the difference between learn and learned?
American.
American and British.
British and American conjugation. Yes.
The same happens with dream, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So present participle, working, studying, learning, showing, and the past participle, worked, studied, learned or learned, and shown. Yes, so I use show because show is especially because the past simple is like a regular form, but the past participle is different. Okay, so but there are some tips that you can give to your students to know if a verb it's regular or irregular. Yes, tips for students, you can tell them. Number 1, if the verb is if the verb is similar to Spanish, it is most probably a regular verb. Yes. Like, for example, organize. Organize, the same happens now, American and British. Organize, yes. Regulate. Regulate. Administrate. Yes. Okay, administrate. Yes, paint, for example. Yes, if it is similar to Spanish, it is normally regular, right? Number 2, if the verb is of new creation, because normally it's because of technological inventions or social convention. Yes, it is most probably regular. Yes, like, for example, chat, fax, scan. Yes, digitalize. Yes. Okay. Number 3, if the verb is short and old, it is most probably irregular. Yes, like, for example, it, caught, give, it, caught, give. Okay. Sit. Okay, stands. Okay, why? Because the influence of the Nordic languages in English, no? So, and the influence of the Spanish and French cultures in England. So it's the ones that give the creation those verbs that are similar to Spanish. So that's what we say. And because, as I was explaining last class, when the kings and queens in England, in France, in Spain married their kids in order to make political joints and just to use them to avoid wars or to control bigger areas. Yes, so it is that it was a time in which speaking Spanish or French in England was considered to be like high society tendency. Yes, like high class tendency. So it was like if you spoke English, you were considered a villain. Yes, a villain is like villano, so perteneciente a una villa. Yes, but now we use villano like a bad person. Yes, okay. But then in those times, speaking English was considered as of inferior people, right? Okay, so when the Anglicans took power and then they declare a separation with Spain and French, they decided not to use these languages anymore, and then they agreed on using English, yes, as the official language. Okay, so then while these tips may help you to for that reason, when we say there are verbs that are similar, they're synonyms, but one looks similar to Spanish and one looks different from Spanish, yes, then we consider the one that is Spanish is formal, no? And the one that is similar, well, that is different from Spanish is considered to be common English, no? Okay, so for example, heal is considered HEL. Yes, is considered common English, no? But alleviate would be considered like high class or so high register. Yes, like formal. Okay, well, let's continue with this. Fluence with use of the verb. We have know when to use the past with the present. We said that, for example, when we have when we are speaking, it's very common that students, when they write, when you tell them to write something, and then or to describe something, they start speaking in past, and then they switch to present. No, this is a video speaking in which there was a man and a woman, and they were talking. Yes, and he tells her that, and I say, wait, are you speaking in present or speaking in past? Yes, so be consistent, no? So it's something that you have to pay attention to. They have to be consistent. So if they're speaking in present, okay, everything is in present. These are called narrative tenses. Narrative tenses is like when we tell jokes in Spanish or we tell stories. When we tell jokes in Spanish, we say, este era Pepito y un día llegó con su papá y le preguntó, y le preguntó, ¿no? So it's like an edible item, yes. And then, okay, so this is a narrative tense, and then we say, you might decide to speak in present, you might decide to speak in past, but you have to be consistent, yes? So, este era Pepito y un día llegó y le preguntó a su papá, yes? So, if light was an edible item, yes, no? Okay. So, then, this is something you have to check a lot with your students, yes, because many teachers don't pay attention to this also. Okay, well, so we have, he took the money when he wants it. No, he took the money when he wanted it, or he takes the money when he wants it. It all depends, yes, on what you want to express. Okay. Okay. Then. So they say here, for example, if you have a transition between present and past, it's because it should be justified because of the sequence of events. I know that he took the money yesterday. Now I know, yesterday I didn't know it. Now I know it because somebody told me, somebody has just told me that he took the money yesterday. Okay, so it must be justified when there is this transition. So if you see, they say, if you see a sentence with one verb in the past and one verb in the present, the sentence is probably incorrect. However, it is possible for a correct sentence to have both past and present together, but it must be justified. If you see the past and the present together, you must check the meaning to determine whether or not the sentence is correct, okay? Of course, here we go with something else. Yes, when you, and I have to remind you of this, especially for those of us who work in quick learning, yes, because we have the tendency to stop all the time, students all the time, and we don't let them speak. Yes, so they are talking and they make a mistake, and we say, wait, it's like this. What did you say? So you have to tell the students if your focus will be working on fluency or your focus will be working on accuracy. Yes, so then let me write it here. Yes, when working, when working to develop speaking skills, tell your students beforehand if your focus will be on fluency or on accuracy. Yes, so if your focus is on fluency, let them talk, don't interrupt them. Yes, so use that little log technique, no? Yes, like the song they sing with kids, no? So we are going to get a little log and on our mouths. Yeah, so then close your mouth. Yes, so don't say anything, just take notes. Take notes of the mistakes they make, so you decide when you are going to correct the mistakes. If you are going to correct the mistake after they finish, if you are going to correct the mistakes at the end of the class, or if you are going to include these mistakes as part of remedial work for another class, for a further class. Yes, but of course you have to make correction. When the time of correction will be decided by you, but of course you cannot just let your students speak, make mistakes, and don't do anything after that. Yes, okay. When I was working in the Anglo, one of the common complaints of students was that it's because you are the only teacher who corrects me. Teachers don't correct. Why they don't correct? Because in Cambridge, yes, when you take courses with the Cambridge philosophy, they tell students that the teachers, sorry, that they have to let the students talk, and that one day, because of constant use, yes, they will be able to self-correct. But this happens, in my opinion, this happens when you are immersed in a 100% spoken environment. So when you go to the United States to live, to Canada to live, and you are you are in an environment in which people speak in English all the time, and they are giving you correction, yes, you can say, this is the way it is. Yes, this is what the correct form is. Yes, and this guy is speaking incorrectly, because you have a reference. Yes, what happens when you are immersed in a 100% environment and nobody corrects you? That you will copy the incorrect forms. That is what happens. Melina most have noticed when you speak with your relatives in English. Yes, you might probably see that they use she don't, or they don't use do that in questions, etc. No, so why? Because they tend to copy the mistakes of the environment, right? So okay, so if you don't give your students tools to self-correct, they might probably not take long time to develop self-correction. Yes, okay, so well, let's continue. It says here, I tell him, can you see the exercises?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So it says, I tell him the truth when he asked me the question. So I told him the truth when he asked me the question. I understand that you were angry. I understand now why you were angry yesterday. Yes. Okay, so Melina, number 3.
When he was a child, he always goes to the circus. When it is incorrect, when he was a child, he always went to the circus.
Yes, it's incorrect. Okay, Felipe, number 4.
Last semester he read seven books and wrote 5 papers. It's incorrect, because it says last semester he read 7 books and wrote 5 papers.
Do you remember my theory that I tell you that when students have to identify mistakes in sentences, you have to read aloud? Because that is what both of you were reading, and Melina read when he was a child, he always, and she stopped. Yeah, because her mind is telling her, wait, there is a mistake here. The same happened with Felipe, when he said last semester he
Yes.
yes. Why? Because
Yes.
your mind tells you this is wrong, don't do it. Yes. So we have to tell the students to be aware of this kind of stops. No. Okay. So okay, let's continue. Number 5, Medina.
Steve wakes up early every morning because he went to work early. It's incorrect. Um, well, it could be, but well, wait. Steve wakes up early every morning because he goes to work early.
Or he went, or he woke
Uh-huh.
up, no, because he went. But if you say, if you say this because he went, it might probably be incorrect to use it like that in past. It might be better to say Stephen woke up early every morning because he used to go to work early, no? Because
Uh-huh.
habits in past are expressed with used to or with would. So you can say Steve, you can even say Steve would wake up early every morning because he used to work. Or Steve used to wake up early every morning because he would go to work early. Yes. So this would be an interesting case to analyze in that way. But okay, let's remember, don't get to this kind of depth with students who don't have this capacity to understand this. Like, so if you have students who are really devoted into grammar and yes, so who like to who are engaged into the grammar thing, okay, do these kind of things, they will love it. But if you have students who barely can find mistakes, okay, when they tell you, the correction is this, okay, good, and continue with, and yes, because otherwise you will give them a hard time and they will hate you. Yes. Okay, Felipe.
Yes, it says Mark studied at the American University when he is in Washington, D.C. It is wrong. Mark studied at the American University when he was in Washington, D.C.
Yes, very good. Okay, next.
He's telling the teacher why he didn't have time to finish his homework. It's correct.
He's telling him now why he didn't do it yesterday. Okay, next. Felipe, yes, your turn.
Okay, sorry. He puts some money in his account when he goes to the bank. He puts some money in his account when he went to the bank. It's incorrect.
Okay, he put, yes, but you said he puts when you were reading, you say he puts. So okay.
I joined put some.
Okay, yes. Okay, very good. He put some money when he went, yes. Okay. Or he would put some money in his account when he used to go to the bank, or it all depends, no? So what you want to express, if it is a habit or just something that happened occasionally, yes. Okay. So Melina.
Tom keeps studying hard because he intended to go to dental school. Incorrect. Tom keeps studying hard because it could be, I think, he intends to go to dental school or he's intended to go to dental school.
Okay. He intends, I would say, yes. Okay. He's intended to, normally things are intended, no? Because people create them with an intention. But you cannot say that a person is intended. Because then you would mean that that person is a creation of something. Okay, so the next.
Yes, it says she is where she is today because she worked hard when she was a student.
Okay.
It's correct.
Yes, it's correct. Very good. Just haven't had correctly. Yes, I think we talked about this, or I don't know if we did the exercises or I just talked about it. But when you use no, I just mentioned it, yes, because we didn't do the exercise for that. So so when you use have or had, yes, so we have to be careful because it might be well, it might be an obligation, or it might be a perfect tense, no? So basically, look, have, has, and have, yes. Okay, normally, so use, okay, we use have has or had as auxiliary verbs if they are followed by a past participle verb, right? Verb. For example, she has bought a new car. A new car. So then the negative would be she hasn't bought a new car. And the question would be, has she bought a new car? Yes, and the answer is yes, she has. Or no, she hasn't, right? Okay. So, so we use has plus a past participle verb, okay? So then we say that this is an auxiliary. And we use have, has, or had as auxiliary verbs if they are followed by a past participle verb and if their translation is a form of a ver, yes. So, ella ha comprado. Ella no ha comprado ella, okay? So, then it is, in this case, it is an auxiliary verb. Yes. We use have, has, had as actions. As actions. And not auxiliary verbs if they are not followed by a past participle verb and if the translation is a form of tener. Yes, for example, see, in these cases, the auxiliary verbs will be do, does, or do. Okay. So she has a new car. The negative is not she hasn't a new car, is she doesn't have a new car. The question will be, does she have a new car? Does she have a new car? Okay. And yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Okay. Okay. Now, or she has to buy a new car. Doesn't she doesn't have to buy a new car. Okay. Very good. So, for example, here, ella tiene un carro nuevo. Ella tiene de tener. Ella no tiene un carro nuevo. ¿Tiene ella un carro nuevo? O ella tiene que comprar un carro nuevo, so possession or obligation. Yes. Okay. So, like I told you last like I told you last class, like I told you last class, yes, so, or in some classes before, yes, and many people like condemn the use of Spanish in class, but this is a wonderful use of Spanish in class because that will give the students the idea of when to use or not to use the auxiliary verb after have or before have. So, so what is the translation? Haber or tener? Ah, no, yo, tú has. Okay, no, it's haber. Okay, so that is an option. Okay, no, it's tener. No, so then it's an action. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Remember that there are some keywords that let us know if we are speaking in present simple, in a perfect tense, no? So, for example, for, or since, yet, already, yes? What is the name? Genie. The acronym is Genie, yes? So keywords. Keywords to know. Keywords to use in perfect tenses. Perfect tenses, yes. You can use the acronym Genie, that is just, ever, always, never, and yet. But there is a video in which they say that it's Genie Fessler. Genie, the complete acronym would be Genie Fessler. I don't remember if it is like this. Okay, I will play the video. Just, ever, always, never, yet, for, since, lately, and recently. So, so you can tell your students that I don't know. Let me ask Genie Fessler if this is present perfect, this is a perfect tense or not. Yes. Let me show you the video. I like it because it shows it's present perfect. The grammar show. Perfect. Can you see the video?
Yes.
Well, hello, and welcome to today's grammar game show. I am your host, Will. No, seriously, look, I'm running out of these. You come up with one at home. And of course, let's not forget Leslie, our all-knowing voice in the sky.
Hello, everyone!
Tonight, we're going to ask you 3 questions about
the present perfect simple and past simple tenses.
Okay, now let's meet our contestants.
Hello, I'm Didactica.
And contestant number 2.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Pedantia.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you two are sisters, aren't you?
That's correct.
And linguists.
We do everything together.
Well, that was creepy. I guess it's a team game then. Let's get going, and don't forget, you can play along at home too. Round 1 is a which tense round. I'm going to show you some past simple sentences, and you're going to decide if they should remain past simple or be changed into the present perfect. Here we go. I cut my finger.
How badly?
Does it matter?
So this is something that we never see in grammar books, yes? So if you want to dramatize the fact, so you have to use present perfect. So you say, oh, I have cut my finger. I think I'm going to lose it. Yes, I cut my finger, so you're just informing.
Of course, the present perfect is all about the relevance,
Or importance of something in the present.
even if the action is past. If you
For
cut,
example, if you ask a boy and a girl about the relationship, maybe the boy will say, oh, we met 10 years ago, yes. And then the girl with we started a relationship 10 years ago. And the girl says, no, we have been together for 10 years. Yes, because maybe for her, the relationship is more relevant than for him. Yes.
cut your finger
But it isn't important to you. Maybe it doesn't hurt.
or doesn't stop you using your hand,
Then it's past simple. But,
if you cut your finger,
and you need to go to hospital,
well, that's a relevant or significant present consequence.
of a past action. So then,
It's a present perfect.
Well?
which one?
You need to be
Specific.
No, I don't know. You cut your finger at an artery and a 6-foot-high fountain of blood is spurting all over the ceiling.
Oh, a bit of a
Nip then. Probably.
hospital. So,
Present perfect. I've...
cut my finger.
Correct.
The Olympic Games started.
Is this being mentioned?
For the first time,
Yes.
Then it's news.
so the Olympic Games
Have started.
You
Present.
see, news, something relevant. So basically, focus in the word, is it relevant? Present perfect. The news tell you about something relevant.
Perfect.
to report
News. Official or
personal. You could also
tell people that you've passed.
your driving test if
You want to give
them a lift for the first time.
or just want some attention.
Correct.
Last one.
And they say, if something is relevant or you are calling the attention of people.
Lived in London for many years.
Are you,
Deceased.
What? No.
do you still?
Live in London.
I guess so.
Then, I've lived in
London for many years.
present perfect.
For a continuation or
Repetition of something.
up to the present.
Correct.
For example, we use the present perfect or the present perfect when the time is irrelevant. Yes, when the time is not important. Have you watched this movie? When? I don't care. Have you read this book? When? I don't care. Have you used drugs? When? I don't care. Just one time in your life. Yes. How many cars have you had? When? Any time in your life. Yes. But if you say, did you have a car last year? So then past simple, the time is more important than the action. Did you see that movie last week? No, I saw it 2 weeks ago. No, I just want to know if you saw it last week or not.
You're giving me the willies. Leslie, comfort me.
The difference between the present perfect simple and past simple is not always easy to understand. Much of it relies on context and what the speaker thinks is important or relevant. The bottom line is, the present perfect is used when past actions or states are important or connected to the present in some way. This could be past actions with present consequences, announcing new information, or the continuation of something from the past to the present. Finally, after we have used the present perfect simple, we switch to the past simple to go into specific detail. Don't forget,
Well done, ladies. Have 11 divided in half. That's 1 each. Round 2. The present perfect is often associated with a number of adverbs. These adverbs spell out genie. I want to know what they are.
Just.
Ever.
Already or always.
Never.
Yet.
Correct.
Although the word genie
Is spelt G-E-N.
I-E. So it would have been
Better to say
spell a homophone.
of genie.
It's just a way of remembering.
Accuracy.
Is important.
And you forgot.
For.
Since.
Lately.
Recently.
All right, yeah, we get it. You know, there is something very eerie about you two. Leslie!
Scarily accurate. The present perfect is associated with a number of adverbs, many of which mean at some or any time up to now. A useful way of remembering some of them is to use the mnemonic genie. Just, ever, already, never, yet. You could also say genie fuzzler with for, since, lately, and recently. But it doesn't have the same ring to it.
Good work. On to our last round. Oh, thank goodness. Look at these sentences and tell me if the use of time in each is correct. Have you been to France?
The sentence is
Correct. In these contexts,
When you say, what is the past participle of go? Yes, what is the conjugation of the verb go? Go, went, gone, or been? Yes, why?
Gone.
Because yes, but we say no, or been. Yes, because you don't say have you gone to France? Yes, if you say have you gone to France, you are on the way to France. Yes, so yes, you say I have been to France. It's like I have gone to France. So for that reason, some teachers say, and in Cambridge they recommend to do that. When they tell you what is the conjugation of the verb go is go, when, gone, or been. Yes, so gone is like she has gone. She's on the way. She's gone. So what do you say, Julie? She's gone. She's gone with the wind. Yes, so she's not here. So when you say that she's gone, she's not here. She's on the way somewhere else. Yes, she's on her way somewhere else. But when you say that she has visited a place, so you say she has gone to Acapulco. She has been to Acapulco. So she has been to Acapulco. She has gone to Acapulco is she's on her way to Acapulco. She has been to Acapulco is she was there and she returned. Yes.
time is not mentioned. The speaker
is usually thinking of a period of
time up to now.
Correct.
I've seen John yesterday.
Yesterday is
Finished time.
we don't use
The present perfect.
with finished time.
Except in exceptional circumstances.
But I tell my students, and this is something that has worked with me, that look at this time expression. Is it dead or is it still alive? Yes, and I say yesterday is dead. It's finished. So, okay, so with dead expressions of time, we use past simple. With expressions that are still alive, so that still continue, we use present perfect. Like, for example, my life, in my life, present perfect. Yes, I have been a teacher for, I have worked as a teacher in my whole life. Yes, so, or today continues. But if you focus on a part of today that is finished, you can say, did you see John today? So you mean that in the morning, because right now it's the afternoon. So maybe you have to be more specific. Did you see John today in the morning? So, or have you seen John today? Because today has not finished, yes?
I saw John.
Yesterday.
Correct.
Right. Last one. Have you seen John this morning?
What time is it?
In this context,
Does it matter?
Yes.
Well, okay, it's 11:30 a.m.
then the morning.
Is not over. It is.
Still this morning.
So we can use.
The present perfect.
Well, what if it's 3 p.m.?
Then the morning.
Is finished and becomes.
Finish time.
So sorry.
Past simple.
Correct.
So if it is 3 o'clock, that this morning is dead. So we use past simple.
Oh, make them stop, Leslie!
All the hairs on the back of my neck are standing up. The present perfect is often used without a time word. In these cases, the speaker is generally thinking of a time period meaning up to the present. We can also use the present perfect with time periods that are not finished. For example, saying, I've had a nice day today at 8 o'clock at night. If the time word represents a finished time period, though, we use the past simple.
Good job, ladies. You certainly know your grammar. Have 12 points.
That's not.
A real number.
Oh, that is true, but I don't care. Oh. Whoa! Oh, that was creepy. And accuracy is your speciality, so release the indescribable whatchamacallit. Freaky deaky. I probably did the world a favor there. Save some money on a prize too. And that brings us to the end of today's grammar game show. Thanks for joining us. Say goodbye, Leslie.
Sampai jumpa, Leslie.
See you next time.
Okay, let me give you the link to this video so that you can use it in your classes when you're talking about it. I have it in the lesson plans that I send you, but in case that you want to have it as a reference. Okay, so for example, here at the start of the 19th century, so this is finished time, so we use past simple, became, yes, every time. So it's a repetitive thing, yes? So has worked or has improved it. Every time Jim worked on this time, but this is finished time. So work is finished. It's something in the past, he improved it. So she has lived in Los Angeles for 10 years. This is something that continues. But when she moved to San Diego, so she lived in Los Angeles for 10 years when she moved to San Diego. Or she had lived. Finished time before another time occurred. Tom had finished the exam when the teacher collected. So remember that the past perfect means that something happened before something else. So first, the teacher, Tom finished the exam, and second, the teacher collected the papers. So the first action is past perfect, and the second action is past simple. Tom had finished the exam when the teacher collected the papers. Yes. Okay. Okay. So use the perfect present when something continues up to now. Yes, not with the past tense. For example, don't use present perfect with ago. Yes, so I have been a teacher since 20 years ago. No, for 20 years or since 2020. No? Or 2000. Yes. Okay, so past perfect, had plus past participle. So an action before another happened in the past. Yes. They say here, except when the time expression since is part of the sentence. Well, make sure that when you use since or for, yes, that it makes sense. Okay. Okay. I have always liked the designs that are on the cover. Yes, this is correct, because I have always liked them. So since from the past and still continuing. So up to now, because her proposal had been rejected, she is depressed. No, because her proposal had been rejected, she was depressed. Or because her proposal was rejected, she's depressed now. So remember that we cannot skip. If we see a line and we put present and past, in the present we have, okay, present perfect, past perfect, present simple, sorry, present simple, and present continuous for a certain period, but we have present perfect connecting everything. So we can connect continuous lines. So for example, you can connect present perfect with present simple. The same happens with past perfect and past simple. We can have a connection because one follows the other, but you cannot skip from present past perfect to present simple. Yes, because you are skipping the past simple and you are skipping the present perfect. So you cannot make that big jump or but that big skip. Skip. Yes. Okay, so you cannot skip that. Okay, so because her proposal had been rejected, she was depressed. Continue one after the other, past perfect, past simple, or because her proposal was rejected, past simple, she is depressed now, present simple, yes? So past simple, present simple, past perfect, past simple, yes? Okay, then the next one, Melina, number 3, the students.
The students have registered for classes before the semester started. Incorrect.
Yes.
The students had registered for classes before the semester started.
Okay, very good, yes. Or the students register for classes before the semester starts. Okay, so, but of course, it's better to say have so that we have a perfect sequence, yes? Because if we say register for classes before the semester is clear, what happened first, no? Okay, the next one.
It says when she had purchased the car, she contacted the insurance agent. I think it's, when she purchased the car, no, she had contacted the insurance agent. It's incorrect.
No, it's correct. What happened first? When she had purchased
the car. I said when she purchased the car, she had contacted.
Yes. Yes, first she purchased the car and then she contacted the insurance agent. Yes. Okay, so the next one.
He said that he had finished the typing when you finished the reports. He said, but that is simple past. He said that he had finished the typing when you had finished the reports.
But then the two things happen at the same time. She finished the typing when you finished, no?
When you finished the reports.
Well, it could be she had finished at the same time that you had finished the reports. It could be. He said after you had finished the reports that you had finished. Yeah, you can say it like that. Yes. Or if one thing happened after the other, he had finished the typing when you finished the reports.
Yeah,
what before.
Exactly. What made me decided the past participle in the second in the subordinate clause was that he said.
Yes.
Because if we eliminate he said, he had finished the typing when you finished the reports.
Okay. Very good. So yes, but this is incorrect. Yes. Okay. So whatever the correction is, had finished or finished, it's incorrect. Okay, the next.
She has enjoyed herself every time that she has gone to the zoo. It is incorrect. It says she has enjoyed herself every time that she went to the zoo. But it's incorrect. It's incorrect.
It's incorrect. She has enjoyed herself every time that she has gone.
That she went, no?
But this is present perfect. Present perfect. She has enjoyed, so it's still valid. I would say every time she goes. Yes, every time she goes.
She has enjoyed every
She-
yes, every time.
Yes,
Yes, every time.
every time she goes. Yes. Okay, the next one. Melina.
But wait, sorry, it's because I was thinking still the previous one.
Yes.
Because if I say, every time I've been to Cancun, I've done the same activities.
Every time I've been to Cancun, I've done this. Yes, that could be, yes, that could be correct. Well, if you consider that she has enjoyed every time she has gone to the zoo.
Because remember, present perfect is still in the past.
Yes, but pay attention to this. Speaking about the message, I'm thinking about the same. Then she doesn't, what she enjoys is the way, not being at the zoo. I would say every time she has been.
But it is still present perfect.
Yes, it is still present perfect. So the structure is correct, but using gone here would be better if we say been. So she has enjoyed when she has been. So all the time, like parallel things, no? Okay. Yes. It's like when I say, I teach classes at UNAM while you work at UVM. No, so parallel things that happen at the same time. You can use the same tenses. Okay.
Yeah, now a question came up to my mind when you said that example. It's because I have seen in some books that we use when with simple past and while with past continuous. But because in Spanish we can use both in past continuous.
Yes.
But it's supposed that we cannot use when with past continuous. But I have seen in other books that it is used like that, like Spanish.
Let me tell you something. It depends on the, I have asked myself the same thing, the same question. Yes, and my conclusion is that it depends on this, on the message you're giving. Most of the time, the rule is true, that you use while with continuous and you use when with simple. But you can use, sometimes you can use either. Yeah, sometimes you can use either depending on what the message of the sentence is.
Yeah, because but if I tell students something like that, they get confused.
Yeah.
So what I have done is that, okay, while introduces past continuous and when introduces simple past.
Yes.
A way of making them avoiding confusion.
Of course, what you can tell students is, however, it is possible. There are always exceptions. Yes, you say. Yes, because maybe you find one of the exceptions in the exercises you're giving or analyzing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But I have no explanation for those exceptions.
No, but it's just a context. It's just a context.
But
yes.
For example, which one?
Let me look for one. I don't know. Nothing comes on my mind. Yes. Okay. Let me see. So here. Okay. Let me see. I have. Let's see. I found this exercise.
When versus while.
I was doing my homework. The phone rang.
Okay, when the phone rang, no?
While. While I was doing my homework, the phone rang.
While with the past continuous, when with the past simple, no? So I was doing my homework when the phone rang. While I was doing my homework, the phone rang. Let's see.
When. I was doing my homework when the phone rang. While. The phone rang.
The phone rang while I was doing
Rang while I was doing my homework. When the phone rang, I was doing my homework.
One more time.
No.
I was having a shower.
Okay.
The phone rang.
While I was
While I was having a shower, the phone rang. When I was having a shower, when the phone rang. While the phone rang, while I was having a shower. When the phone rang, I was having a shower.
One more time.
No.
They were playing basketball. It started to rain.
While they were playing basketball, it started to rain. When they were playing basketball, when it started to rain. While it started to rain, while they were playing basketball. When it started to rain, they were playing basketball.
Well done. See you soon in the next video.
Let me give this here like a reference. And in my other computer, while or when? Okay. While the past continues, with the past continuous, I have clauses that start with while or when. Okay, while usually starts the clause with the past continuous, when usually starts the clause with the past simple. It started raining while I was jogging. While I was jogging, it started raining. When it started raining, I was jogging when it started raining. Notice that although the meaning of each is the same, while or when shift emphasis. Yes, okay. Now complete. Last night, I was working on my thesis. And it took me a while to realize that my phone was ringing. This is tricky, no? It took me a while. When you called, I was taking a shower. Danny can never agree with Tom. They are always arguing. Yes, why do you disagree with me at the meeting? Did you try to make me looking, or were you trying? Why did you disagree with me? What would you answer here? Did you try or were you trying?
Were you trying? I would answer, were you trying?
Big, but were you attempting that doing to do that during the whole class, the whole meeting, or just one time? No, that would be the difference. Sarah was preparing, no, prepared the buffet. No, was preparing. Two actions happening at the same time. Peter was walking. That action was in progress. I was walking to work. Even when, no, I always walked because this is a habit. And Anna was finishing. Something was happening. But it doesn't say anything. Okay, so give it to me as a homework. Let me check.
Yes, thank you. Because it has been hard for me to find out the way to explain those exceptions in case they are.
Yes, well, there should be exceptions because they say usually. Yes, but when simple and continuous. When I woke up, I was trying when the past simple. Let me just take a look at this. If not, we will continue with it. the exercise.
Yeah.
While, when, but look at this. I broke my leg when I was skiing. We often use the tenses to show another action. When, at that moment. But the best thing that, for me, the best thing to use would be use while, because that was transit, no?
Yeah.
But maybe you are just informing the time. As I was skiing, you can use as, also as a synonym of while. We were watching television when the power went off, okay. Try another in this first. But there's no explanation on when we use
satisfactory explanation.
Okay. And I will leave it here and let me check. When the class is over, I will start checking. Yes.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm going.
Now it's my turn, right?
Wait.
He drove to the post office after he had finished preparing the package.
Okay.
I think it's correct.
It's correct because one thing happened after the other, no? This happened after this. Yes, this is correct. Okay, the next one.
After the votes were counted, it had been determined that Steve was the winner. I think it's correct.
Correct. Yes. The next.
Last night, all the waiters and waitresses have worked overtime. Last night, all of them worked overtime.
Last night, yes, worked. Okay, and the next.
He had fastened his seatbelt before the airplane took off. It is correct.
Yes. Okay, here. Use the correct tense with time expressions. In 1970, so this is finish time. So it's correct. By, before. Remember that when we use by, before, so we use past perfect. Yes? We have lived in San Francisco since Ginny Fessler, no?
Philip, sorry.
Yes.
Don't hate me.
Yes, no, don't tell me.
It's because, could you please go back a little bit? I'm in doubt with 8.
8, after the votes were counted, it had been determined.
Because I think first the votes were
yes.
the votes were
You're right. Yes, I know what you mean. Yes, you say first.
Well, that might happen only in Mexico.
What happened first? First, the votes were counted. So after the votes have been counted, it was determined. No. But if we are talking about a tricky election.
If we're talking about what?
A tricky election.
Yes, that's what I said.
Like in Mexico.
That only happens in Mexico, yes.
So we have to analyze the context of the situation. Like so, but okay, according to what we have here, what happened first? First, they determined that Steve was a winner. So we can add according to Marcelo, no? Before the votes were counted, but we have to use before here. Anyway, it had been determined that Claudia was the winner. Yes? No, but anyway, it's incorrect because what happened first? First,
you should count the votes.
Yes, even if you determine who won or not. So you can say after the votes had been counted, it was determined. So this is a legal one. But if it is a tricky one, we say before. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yes, but anyway, it's incorrect. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Excellent. Yes. We moved to New York in 1970. We had left there by, or anything that means before. Yes. So we had lived in San Francisco since, or for, or Ginny Fessler. Yes. She got a job 2 years ago. Ago indicates that we are using past simple. Yes. Last week, past simple. It's finished time. Lately, it continues. Recently, connection with the present, so present perfect. Okay. 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 Oh, wait. Okay. Give me a second. Let me go to the restroom quickly. It's because I've been trying to substitute the use of coffee with water, but the problem is that when you drink water, at the beginning, nothing happens. But after you have drank like a liter of water during the day, you drink a glass or something. Yes, and you go to the restroom all the time. Yes. Okay. So then can you see my PDF?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, very good. So then, so basically we have to, wait, give me a second. Because speaking about Melina's doubt, this was exercise 6 and exercise 8, skill 34. I have the answers to the exercises. Listening, structure, skill 34. Number 6 is correct. Yes, she has gone. So this is correct, but I mean, be careful with the use of gone. Yes, she has gone. So it's correct in grammar, but what she has gone is she has not enjoyed being at the zoo. She has enjoyed the way. Yes. Okay. I remember the kind when I used to go to excursions and things like this, we used to sing, no, and like during all were singing, chauffeur, yes, whatever, or something like this, and we enjoy the way more than being at the place. But this could be the case. And number 8 is incorrect. It should be where should be had been should be was. Yes, so instead of where is had been, after the votes had been counted, it was determined. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. And 3, wait. 3 incorrect, 4 correct, 5 incorrect, 6 correct, 7 correct, 8 incorrect, 9 incorrect, and 10 correct. Okay. So okay. So here we have, this is not a complete chart, but this is just like a guideline, right? So basically what you have to say is when you have expressions that mean before, so any expression that means before. Yes, so you can say by 1920, before 1920. Well, whatever synonym. Simple past is anything that is finished time. So dead time. No? So anything.
Sorry, Felipe. Can it be also by the time?
By the time, yes. Anything that means before. By the time, before, just before, not even when this had happened, had already happened. Yes. Okay. So and then so present perfect is anything that means any expressions that are still alive. Yes. Since, lately, for, yet, etc. And Ginny Fessler here, we can think of Ginny Fessler. Plus anything that is alive. Yes, today and right now, or no expression at all, or no expression at all. Yes, no expression at all. No expression at all. Okay, well, in fact, before or anything similar. Yes, before or anything similar. Okay. Okay. 35. Yes, it says the phone rang incessantly last night. Yes, so this is last night is finished, past simple. They have finished contacting everyone by. No, they had finished by, past simple, past perfect. Okay, Melina. Yes.
The pilgrims have arrived in the New World in 1612. It's incorrect. The pilgrims arrived because we have the specific time, the specific year.
Yes. Okay, the next one.
Yes, since the new law was passed, it has been difficult to estimate taxes. It is correct. It's a period of time.
Since this time in the past, this has been difficult.
Has been
okay.
difficult.
The next.
The cashier put the money into the account 2 hours ago. The money 2 hours ago. It's correct.
Yes, the next.
All the votes have been counted last week. It's incorrect. It's all the votes were counted, right?
Were counted. The next.
The students are writing many compositions lately. It's incorrect. The students have been writing many compositions lately.
The next.
The Senate votes on the law to ban cigarette smoking in public in 1990. It's incorrect. The Senate voted on the law to ban cigarettes.
The next.
By the time the main course was served, all the guests had arrived and been seated.
Before this happened.
It's correct.
Correct. Normally, when they give long sentences with lots of verbs and things like this, So it's correct. It's just the distraction they use. Okay, the next.
I had not done much more work since I talked to you on Wednesday. It's incorrect. I have not, or I haven't done much. It's correct.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Then use the correct tense with will and would. Yes. After will and would, we use simple tenses. Yes, simple verbs. Like we use the bare infinitive, no? The bare infinitive. But we use will to make a connection, like we said, like a sequence. Yes. So we use will to make a connection between the present and the future. So we use will when there is a present there, and we use would when with the past, connection with the past. So that's what we say. So would is the past of will. So we use present will and we use past would. Yes. I know that they will arrive soon. Connection between the present with the future. It is certain that he will graduate. Connection of present and future. I knew that he would arrive. Connection of the past and the future in the past. Yes, connection of the past. It was certain that he would graduate. Connection with the past and the future in the past. So basically, if you want to make a linear form of what happens in the past, is past perfect, past simple, in the middle, in the transition, past continuous, and later would. Yes, and I tell students that all the tenses is like a multiverse, no? What we have in the past is what we have in the present, is what we have in the future. Past perfect, present perfect, past simple, present simple, past continuous. Yes, and then we have past continuous with present continuous, will, would with will, no? Okay. So for that reason, there are grammarians. Yes, this is something that we have never discussed, but there are grammarians that say that there are only two tenses. Yes, present and past. So in grammar, we might say that the future does not exist. The future is the connection of the present with a sequence, with its sequence. Yes. Okay. The problem with grammar, in Spanish, we have the Royal Academy. So, and whatever the Royal Academy says, that is the rule, no? For example, is it correct to say Firestone? Es que me ha comprado unas llantas Firestone después de haber visto la película de Spider-Man. Is it correct to say that?
In Spanish, yes, it is correct.
In Spanish is correct. El Wi-Fi, no? So, of course, that is the way they use it in Spain. It's an idiomatic use. In Mexico, we prefer to use the word in the pronunciation in English, no? To say, no, this is a word that has an English origin. So we say like Spider-Man, but we don't say McDonald's. We say McDonald's, no? And we don't say Batman. We say Batman. So, but anyway, we don't use it like 100% like that. It's just like the way we feel it should be in English, no? But in Italy, what they do is, for example, in Mexico, when there is a movie or a book, we translate the name. Yes, when we don't find a better we change the name into Spanish, no? But sometimes there are movies like Fast and the Furious, no? Rápidos y Furiosos, no? Or Rápido y Furioso. But in Spain, no, a todo gas. And when you are speaking in Italian, they don't translate. So yes, noi siamo andate a vedere la movie, es la película. You say Fast and the Furious. They don't translate names. for movies or books or whatever. Yes. Okay. So then we have this. It says here, I know that he would arrive soon. I know now that he would arrive. No, I know that he will. I was certain that he would. Yeah, so don't mix present with will. Present with would and past with will. Yes, don't mix them. Okay, will after the present, would after the past. Okay. When we finish studying or reviewing the TOEFL, we will review quickly TOEFL IBT. Then we will review first certificate and then IELTS, because these are like the kind of certifications that they have been asking us to prepare students for. Yes. Okay. But by the way, yes, anytime that a student asks you to prepare them, even if you give your own private classes, yes. So if a student asks you to prepare them for a certification, yes, ask them, why do you want to take this certification? No? So that you don't have the problem that my wife had. No, she went to the dentist. The dentist is her cousin, and she told the dentist, no, I want you to do this for me. And she did exactly what my wife asked her. Yes, I want you to do like a bridge made of porcelain, because for me it's fancier and it will be more durable. Yes. Now she's having problems with that bridge. Yes, that because she got an infection and thing like this. And we visited the dentist that I usually visit, and she said, no, it's because you shouldn't have used, on the top, it's not recommendable to use porcelain because it's heavier. So, and it's common that they break, because you make a lot of pressure and things like this, etc., etc. So it's better that on the top we use certain kind of porcelains. Yes. And nowadays zirconia is much better and whatever. No. And then when I asked my wife, and why did you cousin have make the porcelain pieces in porcelain? And she said, because I told her. And I said, but what kind of doctor does that? No, like you tell the doctor, hey, do this because I want to have this kind of future problem. No. And then the same happens in certifications. So there are students who come to tell us, no, I want you to learn I want you to study the TOEFL IB, that you prepare me for TOEFL. No, I want you to prepare me for TOEFL. And you say, yes, I know you prepare them for TOEFL, but that is not the certification they need. Yes. So the first thing that you have to ask when somebody asks you to prepare them for a certification is, why do you want to take this certification, this preparation? No. What is the exam that you're going to take, or who asked you to take that certification? That happens a lot at UNAM. Teacher, quiero que me prepare para el TOEFL. ¿Y por qué? Pues porque esa es la certificación, ¿no? Que se debe tener. No, there are many. So, okay, why do you want a certification? No, it's because I want to study in another country. In which university? I have 6 options. Okay. Get into the websites of those universities or call, yes, so they tell you what certification they accept. And sometimes they come and they tell me, teacher, I have already done my research, and okay, these are the 6 certifications that I need, because in every school they require a different certification. No? Okay, or in this school they accept these 3 certifications, in this school these 2 certifications, etc. You would be surprised to know that even the Duolingo certificate, the Duolingo exam is accepted in some places in Canada. Yes, so it's something that you might not not even know, but that happens. Okay, well, so ask your students, why do you want to take this exam? Yes, it's like Melina has a child, no? You have a daughter, no? And many times she asks you questions. The mom, why this happens? I don't know if you just gave the answer or you say, why do you want to know this? I don't know if you did that.
Depending on the question, but both.
Yes, yes. It's like, I remember a joke, no? They say, oye, mamá, ¿qué es sexo? ¿No? No, sex is like that when a man and a woman, this depends, etc. Gave all the explanation. Do I have to write all that in this form when it says nationality, sex? Yes. So then you always have to ask your students, why do you want to know that? Why do you want that certification? Yes. Who is asking you for that certification? Okay. So it says here, he knew that he will be able. He knew that he would be able, or he knows that he will be able. I think I will leave tomorrow. This is correct. Okay, Melina, number 3.
Paula did not say when she will finish the project. Incorrect. She did not say when she would finish the project.
Yes, do we say Paula or Paula?
I think like Paula.
It depends, yes. If the name is Mexican, we say Paula, no? But if she's American, we have to say Paula. And there is a song. Let me show you. You can use it in your classes when you correct the pronunciation of A and U. It's from the 60s. The song of Paul and Paula. Let me see if I find it. Hey, Paul and Paula. Yeah, let me check. Paul and Paula. Let me check. Paul and Paula. Hey, Paula. Let me check if this is the one.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, Paula. Yes.
Hey, Paula. I wanna marry you. Hey, Paula. No one else could ever do. I've waited so long for school to be through. Paula, I can't wait no more for you. My love, my love. Hey, Paula, I've been waiting for you.
Okay, so you can correct the pronunciation when they say Australia, and restaurant. Okay, hey, look at this song. Yes, pay attention to this. So, Paula. Yes. Okay. Very good. So Paula did not say. Okay. Tell us. Melina?
My turn. Okay.
What do you say that, Melina, about this?
She will finish the project. Incorrect.
Incorrect. Okay. So, okay. Then the next one.
Yes, Jake doubts that he would have time to finish the project. It is incorrect. It says Jake doubts that he will have time to finish the project.
Okay, it's doubts that he will have time. Okay, yes. Then?
I know that I will go if I can afford it. Correct.
Okay. The next one.
The police officer indicated that he will write a ticket if he has the time. It is correct. Indicated and would.
The next.
Students will often study in the library before they go to classes or before they go home. It's correct.
The next one.
He told me that he thought he will get the job in spite of his lack of education. It is incorrect. He told me that he thought that he would get the job.
Okay, the next.
The executive vice president emphasizes at the conferences that the board would not change its position. It's incorrect that the board will not change its position.
Okay, and the last one.
Students will register for classes according to who has the highest number of units. It is correct. Will register.
Okay, and let me just check number 6. Yes. Before Melina says anything, let me check it. First, yes, okay. It's because I said you can say if he had the time. No? Yes, it says
Oh, yes.
if he had the time. Yes. So he would write it if he had the time. So this was a trick.
It's incorrect. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Of course, he told me that he would write it if he has the time now, but narrative tenses don't mix using don't mix the present with past. Yes, etc. Yes, reported speech thing. Yes, if you explain in past, continue in past. If you explain in present, continue in present. Yes. Okay. I think that's everything for today. Yes, because the other is the review. Yes. Okay, we have finished for today. Okay.
Thank you.
You guys, see you next week.
See you.
See you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Take care.